everybody, Brian Reynolds with Appraiser eLearning. You're listening to the Appraisal Update. Hey, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're making some money. And I think business is starting to pick up a little bit. If you haven't watched the most recent Appraisal Report webinar, check it out. You're going to not want to miss that. It was recorded. It's on our YouTube channel. And go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button while you're at it. And then you'll be in the know for any special broadcast we have or the next Appraisal Report webinar scheduled for February 22nd with my good friend Scott Cullen. You're not going to want to miss that. We're going to talk about adjustments and how you can support your opinions and conclusions. And there is a change to the record-keeping rule for your work file, so you're going to want to not miss that one. You're not going to want to miss something else. Come on back and we'll talk about it.
LIA Administrators and Insurance Services, serving valuation professionals since 1978. We provide E&O insurance with a commitment to superior customer service, outstanding liability education, and unmatched claim defense, benefiting over 10,000 real estate professionals nationwide. Visit liability.com to discover how LIA can safeguard your business.
Hi, this is Brian Reynolds. You're listening to the Appraisal Update podcast, brought to you as always by the great folks over at Appraiser eLearning. You need some education? Check us out at appraiserelearning.com. You'll be glad you did. Listen, we've got virtual classes, the Zoom classes. We have online education that is increasing as we speak. And we've got the roadshow coming back. So check us out at appraiserelearning.com. Hit the live events. You'll find out a little bit about the roadshow. Speaking of that, if you would like for us to come to a city near you, please let us know. We would very much be interested in the folks that would like for us to come to their city and offer an appraisal e-learning roadshow. Happy to do that. Hey, I wanted to just speak to you real quickly. I told you I think business is starting to increase a little bit around the country, and hopefully it's increasing for you. If you have not been to a conference, think about it. There's still time to register for the next conference coming up in partnership with Appraiser eLearning. It's the National Association of Appraisers, NAA, and Appraiser eLearning. We come together and we put on a couple of great conferences. The next conference is called the ACTS Conference, the Appraisal Conference and Trade Show. And this year it's in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I want you to just listen to what some appraisers around the country are talking about relative to you attending a conference. Check out what some of your peers are saying about the last conference. So I'm at the Appraisal Summit in Las Vegas, and I got some special folks with me right now. Tell my viewers who you are.
Hi, my name is Danielle McManus with KTS Appraisals.
I'm Taston Sick with KTS Appraisals.
Kenton Sick, KTS Appraisals.
So you guys all work together. I mean, do you know each other outside of work?
Yeah, we got a family firm here. My father and my little sister.
Okay, all right. So dad, son, brother, sister, daughter.
Yeah. Yes.
How did you get your kids in this profession?
Oh boy, they saw how much time I had to spend with them on weekdays and that. So yeah, right.
A lot of folks are like, my kid wants nothing to do with this, because they see the typical appraiser, how many hours they work in a day, how they work nights, how they work weekends. I mean, the typical appraiser, let's face it, works a lot. And a lot of kids see that, and the last thing they want to do is what mom or dad has done.
Well, that was interesting, but is the way I did it. We called it a stay-at-home family because my wife stayed with the kids every morning and got them out the door for breakfast. I'm an early riser. I'd go to the office at 4:30 in the morning, and then I was the carpool dad in the afternoon. I'd walk out of the office at 4 o'clock and go do the carpool. I coached the soccer teams. I coached the basketball teams. She was a golfer. I'd be able to play 9 holes of golf with her in the afternoon. So I made the business work for our lifestyle.
That's incredible. So with that, as an appraiser, you have even though you might have to work hard and a lot, you have that flexibility that
Yes.
allows you to do those things you just described. Now, Taston, tell the viewers, are you an appraiser already? You're a trainee?
Yes, I'm a licensed appraiser in the state of Colorado.
Very good. Talk about your journey there. How long did it take you to become licensed?
It's probably about a year and a half, 2-year journey to get all the hours in, and you got to make sure everything's right with the state because they control everything, and you need to make sure you know exactly what your state wants from you and from your trainer and your supervisor. So making sure all that's in.
Ellie, and you're a trainee.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right.
I'm a little over halfway through getting my hours as far as working towards my license. So just chipping away, and any report that we can get is, a huge blessing for our office.
So a lot of folks say that a trainee, right, is really just a lot of trouble. Is that fair? Not Ellie being Ellie, but a trainee in general, is that a lot of trouble, or do you find that a trainee provides added value to you as a business owner?
Oh, added value for sure. I did something a little different than a traditional family firm is we have another certified residential appraiser that's come into the office that can be critical of their work, and that way I don't have to be critical of my kids' work, and that way we can separate the business to our home and personal lives, and they'll still talk to me at night.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is too, by bringing somebody else in, is most appraisers, you have your own process and your own way that you do things and like the way you fill out a form, but bringing somebody else in who has their own practice, who's already been established for 20-something years, it gives you another perspective and it makes your business grow because the woman we brought in, Tanya, she looked at appraisals differently and really dialing in verbiage and whatnot, which is very different than, from us that are really heavy in the statistical analysis. So having an outside perspective of somebody who does something differently is really good, and I think it's healthy, and it's, one of the most important rules of the ethics rule is, protecting the public trust, and you got to learn all you possibly can so you can protect the public when you go out there and do your work.
Yeah, so let's talk for a minute. I know you've been to a couple of these conferences.
A couple.
How many appraisal summits have you attended?
I think I've missed we didn't have them during COVID, but I think I only missed 1 or 2 summits in the entirety.
So you've been to most of them.
Yes, and I am one of the people that is a firm believer within our profession that you have to attend some type of a summit or national meeting every year just to keep up with what's changing in our business. I have hopefully relayed that onto them, and I think just in this summit alone, they see the value of that because I think it is one of the most important things within our profession to stay informed.
So I tease a lot that my 85-year-old mother's Red Hat Club is more organized than appraisers. And it's true. Our motorcycle clubs, look at all the motorcycle rallies. Taston, how often are you around a group of other appraisers?
Outside of our business, not many at all. It was interesting, pulled up the FHA list in our zip code from taking your FHA class here, and it was like, who are these people? But now coming here, it's like, yeah, there are a lot of other appraisers out there, and it is great to hear what other people are doing. So,
Ellie, what have you thought about the conference? Have you learned anything, or are you just, hanging out by the pool every day?
No, I have learned a lot, and I'm super excited to get back into the office. I feel like, last night we had a brainstorming session as an office, and we have a laundry list of things now that we want to go back and change and just implement and, reevaluate. It's just questioned us in the best ways, and how can we better serve the public trust, right? And better ourselves as a firm for the future moving forward and, in the transition in the next couple of years. So I'm just really excited about all the things that I've learned that I didn't even know really were out there. So
it's been a worthwhile event is what I'm hearing from you guys. Other than just networking and meeting people, there's real tangible things that you've taken away. Is that right, Taston?
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things is starting to look at all the different analytical tools out here, and then also seeing how kind of the different math and the different methods are used and what other people are doing has been really influential to be able to take back to our community, as well as being able to talk with other firms and other businesses and seeing what they're doing with their practices to make us think, hey, how can we improve ours? Which I think has been really, really big,
I would say one thing, Brian, is in all of my years of coming to these conferences, there's never been a single year that I haven't taken something back and changed something the following week in the way I operated or completed an appraisal. And I often would say acknowledge our sponsors here, because it's so valuable to go and see what the latest technologies are, what's happening, talk to the AMCs that you actually do work for, and you're actually be able to talk to the owners of the AMCs that are here right here at the conference. And that's just a huge kudos to you and the association for organizing this for us.
So clearly you're a believer. You've been here a few times, almost as many as me, right?
Yep.
So what are you looking for in the afternoon session? We've got some more sessions coming up after break and after lunch. What are you looking forward to hearing?
It's really hearing from Fannie Mae and the new UAD coming out, because that's coming down the pike, and trying to be up to date with what is happening within this major institution that dictates a lot of what we do. So knowing what we need to look for in the future and how we possibly need to model our business to accommodate that.
Yeah. Ellie, so Taston brings up a good point. We've got, forms that are 18 years old, and they probably need to go away, right? I mean, that's got a little age on it. So we're not calling them forms, and you guys are going to learn in the next session. They're calling them reports. How adaptive is your firm to change? I mean, most people resist change, right? They get in a routine, they like their daily routine, and the thought of a change is scary, and we don't like it. Not many appraisers rejoiced when the 1004 MC was announced, right? What is your attitude relative to change?
Well, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there. I mean, everyone has a resistance to change, but once you kind of jump in and you adapt, overall, it's going to be better for the firm. So as a firm, yeah, I mean, the way that Kent has ran the business, the last 35 plus years has been great. But is there room for change? Yeah, I think every business has an opportunity for change, and it's just taking that dive and really committing to making that change to, in the end, be a better business. So,
sister, brother, dad, thank you so much for stopping by. Hey, let me hear you say Appraisal Summit.
Appraisal Summit.
Thanks, guys. That was awesome. Very good, very good. Thank you. So, hey, Brian Reynolds at the Appraisal Summit in Las Vegas, and I'm here with a guy. I mean, let me tell you about this guy. I don't really know him, but people say I have a lot of energy. I like to talk. I'm excitable. I don't know. He may have me beat. Sid,
think so?
Sid has a lot of energy. He is a very positive guy, and this is the first time I met you, I believe. Right?
Absolutely,
at the Appraisal Summit?
Yeah, I mean, I came last year, but I think it's the first time we're actually meeting in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is your second summit.
Second time.
All right. So how's it been going?
I really enjoy this because I feel like you get a little bit of someone who's been in business for 30 years, someone who's just coming in, the synergy, the conversations, and it's always like a reminder of all the talks that are happening on stage. I really enjoy it because it sets like a reminder of, oh yeah, make sure you're doing it this way. And I don't know, I think, steel sharpens steel or sword sharpens sword. They say something like that, but I'm having a great time at the convention. It's
Whatever
awesome.
you say.
Yeah.
So just a little background. If you're not on LinkedIn, jump on LinkedIn. This guy will post some videos once in a while. I see him, what do you say when you end that video?
I really just try to share our knowledge as appraisers to the either general public, the other real estate communities. We know a lot, and I just try to put it in a video format and social media. I try to use it to our advantage and really bridge the gap between either realtor appraiser, homeowner appraiser. So everything that I do is just sharing our knowledge base. When I go to a property, I might point out this may not pass FHA inspection, here's why. Right. And I just try to share our day-to-day lives with the general public. Yeah,
so he's giving back. He's trying to inform folks of what an appraiser does. What's the last word you say? Isn't there some...
Ciao!
Yeah, ciao! So we're about halfway through the summit. We've got a whole afternoon session after this break, after lunch. What are you looking forward to hearing in the next half of the day?
Ooh, I think there's some VA conversations that are going on. I really want to know about what's happening in the VA world. It's very tough to get inside on a VA panel. And I'm just going to check it out. I think there's a lot of good things going on. And
That's how convenient it is.
I know, it's in the
Look right
back.
there,
I love
boom,
it.
You got it.
Yeah,
right?
so I'm really looking forward to it. I think everything so far has been amazing. So I don't really know what's on the list next, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah. What's so far? What's been your probably number 1, number 2 takeaway from being here this year?
The involvement with the trainees, I think, is excellent. I'm also a supervisor, but I have a local person in my market who I'm hoping to bring on. And I just feel like the energy is different this year. I feel like people are more involved. It's more exciting. The trainees are more involved. They're having great conversations. So, overall, I think that's what I'm most excited about outside of like learning and, making myself a better appraiser is just really having that great network with persons like yourself, trainees, people in different markets, and just really creating a nice synergy with everyone. So.
What would you say right now to a viewer who's been on the fence? They've thought about attending a conference, whether it be the Appraisal Summit, Val Expo, or ACE, right?
Yeah.
They just not sure. It's some money. It's an investment. Yeah. We're a little slower right now. Yeah. I can't really afford to just send checks out if I'm not getting something back. Would attendees get something back if they attend a conference like this?
For the next 6 months, do not buy Starbucks, right? You will earn the fee to come here. Here's the thing, though.
What a great idea.
What's really important is, as appraisers, typically we work by ourselves. You need to come to a convention like this. It re-energizes you. It's an investment in yourself. So yes, the market may be a bit slow, but the more you invest in yourself in good markets, bad markets, it's going to come back tenfold. And I think you have to do that as an appraiser. Being around other people in your profession is really energizing. So if you don't come, you're really doing yourself a disservice. And I think everyone has something to offer. So, whether it's yourself, there's Jeff behind the camera that we've been having great conversations. You really need to get out here and be around people in your profession because it does do something. It gives you a little energy that you're going to need for the next, 4 to 5 months to the next one. So
very well said, my friend. Now, you were standing over there. You've seen me interview a couple of folks.
Yeah.
And at the end, we'd say Appraisal Summit, and I don't want to do that with you. I want to say what you say on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ciao! And that wasn't rehearsed. So I'm standing here in Las Vegas at the Appraisal Summit 2023 with my good friend Jeff Bradford. I think we shared a pretzel and a beverage in Texas.
Yes, we did.
Not too long ago. So everybody knows Jeff. He is one of the nicest folks on the planet. I said that about Scott Cullen. He is too, right? So talk about the summit. How's your experience been so far this year at the summit?
Brian, I think you guys, your whole team is just excellent. The presenters have been excellent. This is, I wish more people were here. More people should be here because it's a great learning experience. And we have a great time here with everybody. It's a great place for us to be. We plan on being here for many years to come. And I just want to congratulate you and your team on putting this whole conference together because I know it's not easy. And you guys just do a fabulous job at it.
You're very kind, my friend. So we have lots of sponsors here. We have a little lower attendance. I mean, it's tough out there right now.
It's real tough, and it's tough out there, but you guys do a great job. It's like Sidney just said. People need to be here. They can give up their Starbucks or something to come here, because the networking, the energizing that happens when you talk to fellow appraisers, just fellow people. And I come here for one reason, and that's this guy. And so I have some questions for him. So Brian,
You take the microphone.
Brian,
Yes, sir.
what's your last regret?
Oh my goodness. My last regret, probably one of my biggest regrets is I don't take time out like I should take for myself and my family, trying to do better with that. My health, right? We need to take those things very serious, because if you die tomorrow, you will be replaced in the workforce immediately. but nobody's going to replace you for your family and your loved ones. So that's probably my biggest regret. Wow,
So just a little background on this. Brian and I were at the airport after George Harrison's funeral, and we were talking about life and the meaning of life and the importance of life, and we said, no more regrets. So you want to go through life not having regrets. You do the right thing, you do what that little angel on your shoulder tells you to do, you do it and you have no regrets. You do the best you can. And so congratulations on your no regrets. I've been doing it also. Very, very few regrets. Actually, 2 I'm not going to talk about. But the other question I have for you is because I'm now going to funerals more than weddings. So when's the wedding?
I have no idea.
Do I have to talk to your partner?
No, that has to be edited out. I have no idea. I can't answer that.
I need to go to a wedding sooner than later.
All right.
So can you work on that?
All right. We'll see. What a tough guy.
Hey,
Give me that microphone.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Jeff.
You guys are the best here, and it's just a pleasure to know your entire team.
A class act right here. I tell you, I can't say enough good things about this guy. He really genuinely cares about appraisers. It's very evident. I do have one last question for you. What were you wearing at the opening reception?
You know, you had to wear a mask. I went to a Halloween store and I saw this wig for a medieval charmer. And I thought, oh, I want to be that. So I had a wig.
He had hair and a mask, and most people didn't even know it was him. And maybe Kim, you can slide that photo up so our viewers can watch it. Jeff Bradford, thanks so much for coming by and the hard questions. Hey, Brian Reynolds at the Appraisal Summit in Las Vegas 2023 with a couple really special people, and I mean special. Sierra, tell the viewers a little bit about your involvement with the NAA.
Yeah, I'm Sierra Alden. I am a trainee, and I am the chair to the trainee committee for NAA.
And Allison, what's your involvement with NAA?
I am on the membership committee.
Very good. And so you guys have been instrumental working the booth, selling some 50/50. Talk about some of the events at the summit. We had a trainee event. Tell the viewers a little bit about that, Sierra.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a trainee and supervisor outing on Saturday night to really network and get ready for the supervisor and trainee session that we had on Sunday.
And any pre-conference education?
Yes, FHA Roadmap taught by you, actually, and How to Excel by Scott Cullen. It was all really great.
Now, Allison, is this your first summit?
This is actually my first official full summit. I was here for a pre-conference last year and really enjoyed it, so I knew I had to come back and definitely promote NAA membership and all the benefits and things that you can get out of this organization. So
how have the sessions been going?
Wonderful. It's been really interesting. We actually learned about some trainee and supervisor processes today, and it's going to be really great. We're hearing from Fannie and Freddie next.
Very good. Allison, what are you looking forward in the afternoon session?
Certainly Fannie and Freddie updates, and also I think something I really enjoyed was the discussion on intended use and intended users and verbiage for that from Pam Teal and Heather Sullivan. That was one of my favorites so far.
So why should somebody attend the Appraisal Summit?
It's the best. It's a great network of people. It's a community. We all have a great time every time we come. We learn, we network, and it's just really great. It's really great to be here, and it's absolutely worth it.
Allison?
Yes, on top of all that, like she said, mentorship, community with other appraisers, also business opportunities, and then we will be highlighting soon in the next newsletter some of the discounts that you can get, on services and things. There are benefits for that as well. So,
thank you, ladies, for stopping by. Let me hear you say Appraisal Summit.
Appraisal Summit.
So I'm at the Appraisal Summit in Las Vegas with my good friend Sidney, and he's a fellow Kentuckian.
Yes.
Tell everybody a little bit about Mr. Sidney.
Mr. Sidney, I'm new to the profession. I just completed my qualifying education coursework in late July for the state of Kentucky, and I'm in the process of starting my supervisor search.
Very good. So you have all your education?
All my education.
Very good. Congratulations.
Yes. It's been a nice journey. I started it in July of 21, and I finished in July of 22.
Congratulations. Yeah, we do need to talk off camera. so tell the viewers a little bit about your experience at the Appraisal Summit.
The Appraisal Summit has been a wonderful, eye-opening opportunity. This is my first professional conference in a while, so I was kind of a little anxious about what to expect. All the people have been friendly. Everybody, just the meet and greets, the talks, and the networking has been absolutely fabulous.
Very good. Now, there's a lot going on here. We have the regular session started yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're halfway through. We're in day 2. Mm-hmm. What are some of the other things that you've attended or heard about happening here?
Just like leveraging technology, the new technology measuring, the tools that are out there to assist appraisals. One thing I learned about is the need for insurance, and I didn't really was abreast of that. So that was a nice learning opportunity, making good contacts and speaking with them about the most common claims against appraisers, things of those nature.
Right. What's your biggest takeaway, would you say, so far? I mean, we still have another day left, right? But so far, what's been your biggest takeaway from the summit?
I would say the collegial nature of appraisers, that there's an opportunity to work together and collaboration, and that you're not in the boat by yourself. You're not on the island by yourself. You have a community to surround you and support you.
Very good. Sidney, thank you so much for stopping by, and I'm going to talk to you off camera, but let me hear you say Appraisal Summit real loud.
Appraisal Summit!
Whoa! Good job. So there you have it, the Appraiser Conference and Trade Show, April 20th through the 23rd. Check out ACTS. You're not going to want to miss it. Sponsored by Appraiser eLearning and NAA. You're not going to want to miss it. April 20th through the 23rd. You can go to the ACTS website. You can go to the NAA website, or you can come to Appraiser eLearning's website, click Live Events, and learn all about it. April 20th through the 23rd. I will actually be there teaching a couple of days before that, the USPEP class. So if you haven't had it and you want it live, you can also knock that out as well. Again, sponsored by the National Association of Appraisers, or hosted by the NAA, as well as Appraiser eLearning. Look, 2 things I use on a regular basis, the NAA coffee mug and an Appraiser eLearning coaster. I hope to see you in Colorado Springs, and maybe you'll have a similar experience to all the fine appraisers that you just heard speak in this podcast. Thank you for listening. Please take a break, take a mini vacation if you can. Get ready, because I think you're about to start getting busy again, and check out all that the conference has to offer. If you can't make ACTS, come join us for Val Expo in the summer, and of course, come to the Appraisal Summit. You're going to be glad you did. Until next time, please stay safe, make some money. Happy appraising.
The Appraisal Update podcast is brought to you by Appraiser eLearning.